well versed on a lot of directors' careers, you know. And when you look at those last 4 films, those last 5 films, when they were past it, when they were too old, and they're really out of touch with the times that are playing, whether it be William Wyler and the Liberation of L.B. Jones, or Billy Wilder with Fedora, and then Buddy Buddy, or whatever the hell.
Oh, did you feel the same with Hitchcock and Family Plot?
Yeah, no, I definitely do, but he was a lesser offender in that regard. And actually, Frenzy is actually one of his last, you know, actually there was something to Frenzy. It was like first time him working in an R rating, and it was actually kind of cool. But still, there's not a patch on some of his other films. But the thing about it, though, is to me, it's all about my filmography. And I want to go out with a terrific film. Death Proof has got to be the worst movie I ever make. And that's not and for a left-handed movie, that wasn't so bad. All right, you know, so if that's the worst I ever get, I'm good. But I do think one of those out-of-touch, old, limp, flaccid dick movies cost you 3 good movies, as far as your rating is concerned.
Yeah. I agree with you completely. I also welcome, as a life challenge that's going to keep me with a spring in my step, the challenge of remaining emotionally relevant, and to remain compelling emotionally. I welcome trying to locate that in a place in myself that I can make into a movie, so that I think that has to do with how you live, and I may be proven wrong, you know, I hope not, but I just think that it's a worthwhile endeavor for me to keep me young, you know.
And, I mean, the thing about it, though, is it's like, at the same time, if I write a book, I am working completely as an artist, and I love the idea of writing film criticism, writing auteur books on other directors and everything. And now, I'm not in the location van at 62. All right, I am not getting the call sheets and waking up early in the morning or all that kind of stuff. Because I'm old now, I'm not going out with the crew on Friday night and drinking with them. Well, that's part of it to me. All right, but that's just me. But I'm actually looking forward to becoming a man of letters. I mean, I also have this little idea in my head, and then I'll stop talking about this bullshit. All right, is the idea that, like the way I discovered Howard Hawks when I was 15. I saw Rio Bravo and thought it was fantastic. Then I ended up going to some film festival and I saw His Girl Friday. Then all of a sudden I'm at home and I noticed the movie called Barbary Coast is being played, and it said in the TV guide, directed by Howard Hawks, and so I watched that. Well, those 3 movies in a row really got me into that director, and it really gave me, now I started seeking out his movies. I started getting the TV guide every week to look for Howard Hawks movies until eventually I had seen them all, most of them. And so the thing is, I romanticized the idea, and that was in the 80s, and Howard Hawks had long been dead. So I fantasize about another 12-year-old girl or boy 20 years after I'm dead, seeing one of my movies, liking it, who the hell did that, seeing another movie, and then whatever they choose from the pile, because they don't know what's good and what's bad, all right, I have to keep their dick hard. I have to keep them wanting to go back for more. They can't grab Buddy Buddy. They can't grab Buddy Buddy. That can't happen.
But that happened.
First of all, I'm going to try to convince you to keep making movies, because I love watching your movies. And second of all, I remember saying to Diane Keaton about 10 years ago, what is it with Woody Allen? I feel like his work had gotten shaky. And she said, I don't know how many times you can go back to that well, like in fairness to him, you know. But the fact that Woody Allen every year gets up and makes a movie, I think that's a good way to live. And he hits a good average sometimes. I really loved Midnight in Paris, okay?
That was my favorite movie last year, actually.
I absolutely loved it. And there's all these people I meet who hate it. And I'm like, I don't get it. But anyway, that's just how all movies are. But anyway, so I want to be John Huston with the tube in my nose, and I want you to be out there.
I'll be in either of those movies.